So hello and welcome back to my channel. Thanks so much for joining me here today. Today I'm going to be talking about mostly Manasi products, and in this video I'm going to be focusing on their new eye and lip definers. So these are gorgeous pencils that I have been absolutely loving, so I'm going to be using these on my eyes and my lips. And then many of you have been asking for some comparisons of their all over colors. So the colors that are leaning more on the neutral side, kind of in the pinky brownie realm. So I'm going to be doing some comparisons of those. I'll show you some swatches as well as putting them on my face. And I do already have some non-Manasi products on my face already that I did apply off camera. I do have the Babo Botanicals Daily Sheer Fluid Tinted Mineral Sunscreen with SPF 50 on my face. I have been absolutely loving this. I think I've mentioned this several times already on my channel. And then I did also apply some concealer. I applied the Clé de Peau concealer under my eyes, and then I just blended it out a little bit onto my face. And then I think I applied just a little bit onto my forehead. That blends out beautifully. And when I use those two together, I don't really feel like I need any more foundation or anything like that. So that is what I used on my face already. I did also apply a little bit of the Merit Solo eyeshadow onto my eyelids. I used their brush that they came out with recently to apply the shadow. I've been loving this brush as well as this eyeshadow. I used the color Midcentury, which I'll show you real quickly what this color looks like. I think it is a beautiful color on my skin tone. And yeah, I've just been loving this. I think I mentioned this in the Sephora sale video that I did, and I swatched it, I believe. So I won't do that here just for the sake that I'm focusing on Manasi in this video, not on Merit. But I did want you to know that I did lay this down because I haven't actually done this yet, but I wanted to lay it down as a base just to see how it would work with the pencils from Manasi. I feel like these pencils do last very well, but because they are so creamy, because the base of these pencils are oils and waxes, they don't have the greatest staying power. They're not going to last all day. At least for me, I don't have particularly oily lids, but I wouldn't say my lids are dry either. So I feel like having some kind of a base or a primer will help these pencils last a little bit longer. So I'm going to give this a test to see how the Merit shadow kind of, works as like a base or a primer. So let's go ahead and dive into this look. And I am going to start with Yubari. This is a medium neutral brown with hints of mauve. They say on the website that they recommend this for eyes and lips. I actually have not used this on my lips yet, but I do use this on my eyes almost every single day. So what I do with this one is I tend to just put this really close in to my lash line on the upper lashes. And if you've ever watched any of my Get Ready With Me's or whenever I'm playing with makeup, this is pretty much what I do every single day. Is I take some type of an eyeliner. Typically now it's these Manasi liners or the Victoria Beckham liners. And you guys know I love the bronze one. But this Yubari, is that what it is? Yes, Yubari has kind of usurped that Victoria Beckham one because I just find this one to be so lovely, just like on that daily basis. So I'll take this, like I said, really close to the upper lash line, smudge it out, and then I take it very close into the lash line / waterline on obviously the lower lid here. And if I am just running out the door, that is all I will do. It just kind of becomes an everyday look. If I'm just running errands, going out to play tennis, and I just want to have a little bit of something on my face, this is basically what I will do. Add a little bit of mascara, and then I'm good to go out the door. If I want to have something with a little bit more oomph, then I will use Criollo. And Criollo is a dark, warm brown, and on the Manasi website, they say that this is going to accentuate your eye without looking made up. I would completely agree with that because it is not as dramatic as a black eyeliner. And so on the top we have Yubari, and then this is Criollo. And so obviously you can see the difference there. Criollo is definitely a lot more saturated, a lot darker brown. So I'm gonna go ahead and put Criollo along my lashes on the lower line here. So you can see how that is a little bit more dramatic than Yubari. I'll go ahead and smudge this out too on the upper lash line. So you can see how that is darker here on the right than on the left. But I'll go ahead and put that up here on the left as well. So I have some balance here. But I can already tell that with the Merit, it doesn't feel as creamy and smooth when I'm applying it, but I can tell it has a little bit more of a tackiness and it's sticking a little bit better to my eyelid. And it's still able to blend out very, very nicely. So I'm actually really enjoying it on top of the Merit Mid-Century Solo Eyeshadow. And I'm also really liking how it looks. And I think that because Mid-Century has some warmth to it, it's bringing out a little bit of the warmth of the brown, especially in Criollo. I think on the website they talked about it. Criollo was inspired by cocoa beans. So I think it's kind of bringing out the richness of it. So I really like those together. And then finally, the other color that I have that I use on my eyes is Petunia, which is a deep black that has charcoal in it. So when it comes to Petunia, I just use this on my waterline when I want a dramatic look. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that right now. And I actually really love using this on my waterline. I really love it. And it does kind of get a little bit smudgy and grungy as the day progresses, but I really like that look. I personally, on myself, don't like black eyeliners to be too sharp. I do like it to have kind of that smudgy look. And I will just swatch it for you here, but you can see it's just a really nice, deep, dark black eyeliner. But yeah, it's nice and creamy. You know, I can't say enough good things about it. I just really love this black eyeliner. I love how it goes on. It's smooth, it's creamy. You know, it feels good, it doesn't tug. And like I said, I like how it kind of gets smudgy and grungy looking. So I really, really like it. And I'm really glad that I got it. I am going to go ahead and apply the Manasi Mascara, which is right here. If you're not familiar with it, it does come in a glass tube, which I really love. When I first got it, I wasn't super thrilled with it because it just felt like a very wet mascara. I'll go ahead and show you what the brush looks like. Hope that's in focus for you and that you can see that it is a skinny brush, and skinny brushes are definitely my preference. And now that I've had this tube for a while, it has dried out a little bit more, which has made it easier for me to use. I don't like my mascaras to be on the wet side. And I really do like how this brush feels on my lashes. And of course, while I was just putting on this mascara, I did smudge it a little bit, but I typically don't have that problem with this mascara. It's usually very easy for me to apply, but yeah, I kind of smeared it just a little bit, but I think that's okay because it kind of goes along with the smudgy look of the Petunia eyeliner, so I think it's gonna be okay. I don't think I need to run upstairs and get a Q-tip. I think I'm just gonna live with that smudginess of the mascara that I just did. But anyway, I typically don't have any issues when I apply this mascara. It's usually pretty easy for me to apply. But of course, like I said on camera this one time, I did mess it up a little bit. But anyway, I love this mascara. I love how it looks. I'm actually reaching for it more than I do than the Glossier mascara, which is kind of shocking because that has been such a staple of mine for so long. So we'll see if that lasts over the next coming months. But yeah, huge raves for the Manasi mascara. I really have been loving it a lot. Now let's go ahead and move into getting some color on my face and my lips. I think I'm only going to be using, let's see, Rojizo and Kobicha and Duras on my face, but I will show you some swatches here. So let's go ahead and show you this cutaway. First on top here, I have Manketti, which is a neutral light brown. They also describe it as a cafe au lait or a sandy beige. Then I have Chamoisee, which is a rosy brown, also described as an earthy neutral. Then is Kobicha, which is a medium brown with neutral undertones that can be used as a bronzer. Then I have Rojizo, which is a cool pink brown, which is going to be less purple than Duras. Then underneath Rojizo is Duras, and Duras is a natural calm brown with cool purple undertones, also described as a pink brown. And then at the very, very bottom here is Sisserou, and Sisserou is a dusty mauve taupe with hints of brown. So hopefully that's helpful for a lot of you who have been wanting swatches of these colors that are very similar. On my face today though, I am going to be using Kobicha. So like I said, let's see, what's their description? Kobicha is a medium brown that can be used as a bronzer. I'm going to use the Merit, I don't know, I think this is their foundation brush. I forget the name of it, but I love using this brush with cream bronzers. So I'm just going to put this all over, just like you would a bronzer. And Kobicha I do also use on my eyelids, just like an all-over wash, which I'm not gonna do today since I already have the Merit Midcentury on my eyelids. But I do believe I already have a video where I have Kobicha on my eyelids, so if that's the case, I will link that here. But yeah, I think Kobicha is really pretty as a bronzer, just to add warmth all over. So that's it for Kobicha. Then I'm gonna use Rojizo, and this is Rojizo. And like I mentioned when I was showing you the cutaway, Rojizo is a plum pink and brown color, a little less purple than the Duras, and I'm going to apply this with the Sephora number 56. This is one of their foundation brushes. And I think what I'll do is use this a little bit higher on my cheeks. And then I think I'm gonna put Duras a little bit more on the apples of my cheeks. And this is a really beautiful color. I think Rojizo is super pretty. And I don't know, maybe I'll do a little blend of Rojizo and Duras on my lips so you can see what that looks like. And I think I'll put Rojizo on the top of my nose since it's not quite as cool as Duras. So that's Rojizo. And then let's go for Duras, which I think I will apply, I'll just show you Duras. And I think I will apply this with my fingers. Just kind of right here. And Duras, I think, is just kind of my #1 favorite from the Manasi line. I just love it so much. And even though it is on the cool side, I think it's neutral enough that it just works with my skin tone. I absolutely adore it. I just love, 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 love Duras, and Duras works really well on my eyelids. So let's talk about some of the, oops, I just smudged my swatches. I'm gonna go ahead and just wipe off my eyeliner swatches from the palm of my hand, which is fine because then I can show you the colors that I use on my lips. So let's start with Yokan. Yokan is a dusty brownish pink, and I'll just show you what that looks like here on the palm of my hand. Gorgeous, gorgeous color. And let's go ahead and compare that to Spinoso, which is a soft, dusty rose, inspired by the light pinkish color of rose petals. So they're both absolutely beautiful. Get up a little closer here. The top one is Yokan, bottom one is Spinoso. I think maybe since it's fall, I will go ahead and use Yokan on my lips, just because it has a little bit more of that fall vibe. And it's just such a beautiful color. I just absolutely love it. And I kind of think that that's all I need. I don't want to overdo my lips. I'm definitely not somebody who overdraws their lips. So why don't I go ahead and actually put on, I think I'm gonna go with Duras on my lips. I just love Duras so much. If Duras is open and ready to go, I just can't help but want to use it. So there's Duras on the lips. I think you all have seen it many times. If you watch my videos, you've seen me use Duras several times on my lips. So there is Duras on the lips with, what did I use? Yokan as a lip liner. I'm just gonna go ahead and comb out my eyebrows. And that is pretty much it. So I think I have all Manasi on my face except for using the Merit Mid-Century as a base eyeshadow on my lids. And I really, really like it. I think it is such a simple, kind of glowy, natural look. I am so in love with these Manasi pencils. I think they are so easy to use. I feel like the staying power is pretty good for an oil-based, wax-based pencil that is super creamy and blendable. So I am super impressed with them. I think they are amazing. Just to give you the heads up, they are available both at Boxwalla and at Beauty Habit. I'm in love with them. I think they're amazing. I do think just from the initial, application of the pencils on top of the Merit eyeshadow, I do think it's gonna help with the longevity. But like I said, I will pin a comment down below letting you all know about wear time and how it goes, after about 6 to 8 hours of wear time. And I would love to hear from you down below. Have you been using the Manasi pencils? Have you been loving them as much as I have? And also just let me know down below what your favorites are from Manasi. I personally have been loving the brand and would love to know if you guys love them as much as I do. So again, thanks so much for watching. If you have not yet subscribed, I would love it if you would do so. And if you liked the video, please do give me a thumbs up, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.